doesn't make any sense. Remember when we were kids? How did it end up like this? Those are the days that I miss. Can you make it last? Can you?
Hi, I'm Aramis and I'm the frontman in Enumclaw.
What's good, y'all? Eli, aka E Dizzle, aka Metamouth E. I play bass for Enumclaw. Sometimes I sing, and yeah.
I'm Nathan, and I play lead guitar in Enumclaw.
Hi, I'm Daniel Gibson Jr. I play drums in Enumclaw.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, y'all are gonna love the scuzzy punk of Tacoma's own Enumclaw, who jokingly describes themselves as the best band since Oasis. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
Trying to find out where I wind up. That's a place for me. Tired of fighting what's inside of that monster in my mind. I'm just not for everybody. It's hard to accept. But what's the point of even trying if there's no one left? Yeah, it's always too much, too much, too much, or it's never enough. Yeah, it's always too much, too much, too much, or it's never enough. Driving down I-5, wondering how it got so high.
7th grade was like a really big music year for me. LimeWire was out at the time. I got really inspired by Drake. He was kind of like the first person I could relate to or see myself in. Since I can remember, I'd wanted to be in a band. Where I grew up and the resources I had, it wasn't really a thing. I didn't even know you could go to a concert until my junior year of high school.
In 8 months with you, hard to imagine.
Most of my musical background's in rap. Me and my friends at the time started a rap group called West Village. Everybody rapped besides me, and I made the beats.
I remember everything, like candy stains in your backseat, and how you only shower once a week, and that little tattoo on your feet. So when I see you out in the street, it makes it so hard to breathe, 'cause I remember when you told me.
So I played the violin for 9 years or something like that, and that's the only formal instrument experience I have. Aramis hit me up, was telling me about this band, and I don't know, another year went by and hey, I'm in the band. He just called me up and was like, can you learn how to play bass? I'm like, yes, I'm gonna learn how to play bass. Being in the band sounds so cool. With the whole orchestra thing, it kind of felt like a job, and with the bass, it's freeing. So it's oh man, I get to just be the root of this whole thing. And that's what made me pick it up fast, because without the bass, it's kind of empty. And I felt important.
I know I always had the little kid drum set, the little bongos and stuff, and I think as far as I look back, I've always had pretty much a solid interest and passion for it, but it didn't really come around until the end of high school for me, that I started actually taking it seriously as a practice and a hobby.
When I think of what it did to you, I know I can do better. I know I can change like the weather. Whether or not you believe me, I want you to know that I'm sorry. I can't go back and change a thing. And if I
I gotta give it to Aramis. Like, he deserves his flowers for getting us all together and putting us in the room and saying, like, what do we all want, you know? How do we think we can do this?
It's such a pleasure working with him. He's so passionate about what he does, and sometimes it's a little extreme, but like, I don't care about that, because it's like, he wants us just as bad as everybody else.
We can't seem to let it go, and I know that it might not show, but I'm so glad that you said hello, 'cause I know that you're never home.
I met Aramis probably like 6 years ago. Played a show. He was like DJing for a couple rappers. My old band was on the bill. And we just started playing shows together a lot. He introduced me to LaDaniel, because LaDaniel makes his own solo music as well. And then Aramis just kind of came up with this idea, like, what if all three of us started a band? Then Aramis asked Eli to join, and it's kind of how it's been from there.
But it's so much worse when they leave. Look at me.
Daniel and Nathan did not want to call the band Enumclaw originally. Out of all the names, they were super adamant that they didn't want to use that name, and I had to like argue with them to get them to be down for it. And then one day I was at my friend's studio and we were all outside, and I'd played him the demo versions of like some of the songs that were going to be on the Jimbo demo, and he was pretty much like, you gotta go with Enumclaw, you know, and the rest is kind of history, honestly.
That I want to be. I'm not the person that
We fought him on the name at first. We weren't too fond of it, but over time, yeah, we started to grow on us, and we seen other people gravitating to it, and it just stuck.
I'm not the person that I'm not the person. I'm not the person that I want to be. I'm not the person that I'm not the person. I'm not the person that I want to be. I'm not the person that I want to be. I'm not the person that I need to be.
When we return, discover more about Enumclaw.
I couldn't give you all that I had.
I hope in my songs, like the message and the emotion I'm trying to convey always like shines through.
As soon as I open my eyes and the sun starts to shine on my face, I think of all the ways that I can be bad today. I might lose my mind if I don't let it go, or I might just be fine if I lost my mind.
Yesterday, I went on a bike ride, and just like while I was on my bike, I thought of like phrases about just life or things I'm thinking about. And so I'll write that line in my notes and kind of leave it there. Usually when I'm writing a song, I like find it on the guitar and then I can kind of like hear it. And then either like a phrase will just like fall out of the sky, or I'll think about like one of those phrases I wrote down earlier, and then I'll try to like form the song around that initial phrase. And then usually I'll play it like just by myself like 1 or 2 times for the rest of the guys, and then everybody kind of jumps in and comes up with their own part.
We'll just kind of start playing along, and we might figure out an arrangement like that day, or it could like, there's a couple songs on the album that took like a year to finally like get right. 2002. Aramis kind of screams at the end. That was actually Eli's idea. He's super young, but he just has a totally different perspective than us, and I think that helps.
I let myself feel so bad. I don't understand. Confidence and self-esteem is something that I lack. I try to hide it anyway.
Somewhere, that is a lot different than our other songs. That one's basically Aramis solo. It's probably like the most personal I've heard him get in lyrics, and it's just a really beautiful song.
It's just kind of about like me being insecure and kind of how my insecurities can kind of ruin relationships or even potential opportunities, and just kind of like wishing I could place blame on somebody else, but knowing there's nobody else to blame but me.
Yeah, I'd probably be fine if you weren't on my mind. Yeah, I'd probably be...
It's like, yeah, really vulnerable stuff he's saying, and like not a lot of people reference stuff like that in music a lot, you know, and if they do, it's always in this kind of angry tone of like, I don't care, I'm over it, you know, but rarely you hear anybody kind of admit that they wish, you know, they had something they didn't, you know, in that kind of way, and it's important to hear that.
I hope in my songs, like the message and the emotion I'm trying to convey always like shines through.
Something about you makes me wanna make it last. Time moves so damn fast. Take a photograph. 'Cause if you had to choose, would you wanna be brand new? Well, joke's on you, nothing's new. I'm just the same as you.
When I wrote Cowboy Bebop, I was just kind of like noodling around on the guitar, and I came up with the riff or whatever. It's like an homage to the like idea of like, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go.
Cowboy Bebop, that's one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite song to play on guitar because it has like 3 different lead sections, and like the final one, I just kind of go all out.
Nathan, oh man, he's got gold in his fingers when he's on the guitar, I swear. Everything he does on there, he just seems to do it so effortlessly, like he's always, yeah, just kind of in sync with the music. Like, you give him a good few seconds and he can really put something down that's gonna have you like, oh, okay, I can, you know, I like this, I can rock to this.
What would you do? Yeah, tell me, would you renew? Yeah, if you had to choose, what would you do? Yeah, tell me, what would you do?
After the break, find out more about Enumclaw.
It's funny that we went from, like, our first show as a band was like 6 months ago, and now we're going on like this tour. By the end of this, we will be a way better band.
about you when you're gone.
People, for the most part, when they're interested in Enumclaw, I think it's because they see something's going on with music in general. I think they see there's a change, something different. For the longest, felt like you were only seeing these certain sounds come out. And I think now when people hear Enumclaw, they're like, oh wow, I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I like it.
I think it's just, people were just like, what is this? And it kind of helped us.
You know, when people get to that feeling, it's tough because they don't really know how to process it, but they're gonna stick with it and keep watching. I'm hoping if they keep watching, they'll see like, okay, this is why I like it, because there's promise here. Enumclaw has 4 guys in it who just generally want to make good music and have fun doing it.
On the left side of my desk, where the light hits it best, it reminds me of you when the leaves turn blue. 'Cause I always wait too long before I say what's wrong. I know I can do better. I know I can be better.
To me, part of Enumclaw isn't just like us, it's the people around us. It feels like our city is involved with it. It feels like the scene is what drives us, and it just feels so good.
You know, if you start out and you have a dream and you really want to take it seriously, you know, I think you can make it happen. I think Enumclaw kind of expresses that as a whole.
We came out at a time where, because of the pandemic, so many people had pushed back releasing their music, and so like in the indie sphere, there wasn't a lot of stuff going on.
I think like right now, it seems like rock music, guitars are kind of becoming more mainstream again, so I think people are ready for something like this.
Ever really that bad? I could try with all my might to give it one last try, but I might not ever change, and I gotta live with that. 'Cause I knew as soon as I saw you that you weren't coming back. But hey, you got one last chance. Why not give it all that you have? 'Cause hey, you got one last chance to let go and get rid of the past.
It's funny that we went from, like, our first show as a band was like 6 months ago, and now we're going on like this tour, going everywhere. It's like the whole country.
The headliners on this tour is a band called Nothing. They're like a shoegaze band out of Philly. They sent a DM to us on Twitter like, are you guys around in October? We're going on tour, we're trying to find support. We were like, yeah, we're around. Plus they've been touring for like 10 years, so it's nice to know like we're going on tour with like some professionals, they know what they're doing.
We're gonna learn so much about each other, and by the end of this, we will be a way better band.
There's no one like him. Say goodbye to my friend. 'Cause
don't know anybody else who's ever done anything close to this, you know? It's like I know people who've been to Seattle 2 times in their whole life, you know? And I'm just blessed, and I truly feel like I'm in a position to really change my life and help change a couple other people's lives along the way.
Thanks for watching. To find out more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com.